We're recording now.
Your Bluetooth Chan.
Bluetooth Chandler.
You told me you were going to call me in like 10 minutes, 30 minutes ago.
Well, okay. Are you okay now?
Sure.
Chandler, why are we calling you on Bluetooth? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Did
somebody kidnap you?
Poisoning.
You got food poisoning?
What?
No, you're calling me on Bluetooth because I don't live at home anymore.
Oh. But you didn't
Is anybody else on the phone?
No, it's just you.
Oh.
But you didn't want to drive over here and be a part of the experience in the studio?
What?
Wow.
I could have.
You're like 20 plus 30, almost 30 minutes drive. You don't want to do that. You don't
I
want to
get
come
it.
over
It's
here.
okay. No, it's
I haven't felt well.
Okay.
I
The
get
past
it.
couple days.
Home's where the heart is.
I had a COVID scare. I thought I had COVID because one of my roommates did.
Yikes.
But I'm negative.
Well, that's good. That's what we want to hear. We also want to hear a big welcome to all of our listeners, welcoming them to Season 2, Episode 1, where we've got some amazing things coming their way.
Wait, did you guys already call everybody else?
No.
Really?
We're running late.
Yeah, we're late, dude.
This is it, man. This is this is the start of the podcast right now, buddy. We're here to welcome people to Season 2 and to hit them in the face with a jam-packed episode.
Pow, pow.
Pow, pow. And you're on Bluetooth, and that's okay. But listen, we've got new music coming up, people. We got graphics, new graphics coming up, people. New logo. But the same great social media experience. Well, some updates. We're going to update and upgrade some of the ways we interact with you on our social media. But guess what? The names haven't changed.
Nope.
It's
at the Milkman Made Me.
At the Milkman Made Me.
Still.
That's where you go to follow us on all major platforms. But guess what? There is one big thing that we want to make sure you know before we dive into this episode.
Yeah. What is that?
Is that not only we're available on Spotify.
Yeah.
And we're not, Rogan, but we're on Spotify.
Yeah,
Okay, but we're available on Apple Podcast. Okay, but not just Apple Podcast.
Oh, tell me more.
We're available on Google Podcast.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and iHeartRadio.
Oh, okay.
And Stitcher.
Oh.
Chandler, have you ever heard of Stitcher?
No.
Stitcher. Yeah, apparently it's one of the top 5 places to listen to the podcast.
Stitcher? I don't even know her.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, good. And we're in the process of getting on TuneIn with Alexa. We're gearing up to get on Pandora. I mean, we're just about to blow up and be on every single platform. You won't have a reason or excuse not to listen to us.
So where are they?
Yeah,
everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're going to be everywhere. We're going to be everywhere.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of creepy.
Scary.
I'm sorry.
Play that spooky music.
Anyway. What? The spooky music?
They don't know about that yet?
Oh, yeah. No, I got it right here.
I thought it was perfect timing.
That is...
I'm scared.
Oh, man. So we're pretty pumped. We're pretty excited to be coming at y'all. What we like to do every time when we come into the podcast, we like to play that intro music for you. And we've got this... it's great. You know it. You love it. You get hyped every time you hear it. And if you don't, then I don't know what you're doing. Here it goes.
Whoa.
What? Yeah.
What is this?
What? That's not it?
No, dude. We got...
Oh, you're right.
Remember you just said we got new music.
You're right. New season, new intro. Y'all ready for this? I don't think they're ready for this.
Oh,
Chandler, are you ready for this?
Sure.
Raise your hands if you guys are ready.
Here, guys, buckle up and hold on this episode of the Milkman Made Me podcast.
Who made you? What made me? Mix it all together, we get society. The Milkman made me. The Milkman made me. Fresh perspective, chasing our dreams. Whole lot of joy and honesty. The Milkman made me. The Milkman made me. The Milkman made me.
Woo! That's right, everybody. That's the Milkman Made Me podcast. New intro, fresh and hot, coming at you.
Delicious. I just took a big gulp of cold, delicious intro.
Now, you may think that Chandler's not on it, but he is.
He's there.
He is. He's in the chanting.
He's in there.
Aren't you, Chandler?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, you're so much fun. All right,
And
so
God is in the waiting.
he is. What?
God is
Will
in
you
the
bring me
waiting.
Firehouse subs?
Oh my gosh. No, maybe, but what I really want to know from you, Chandler, is from last season to this season, what's one of the things that you absolutely hated from last season that you hope we never do again?
What season?
From season 1.5. The one that you were just
What-
on.
The one that
What
was a
did I
season,
hate?
but not was.
What
not
did
a
you
season.
hate? Yeah, the one that was a
Okay,
season
what did-
that wasn't a season.
What did I hate about last season? It existing?
It existing? Oh my gosh.
That's real.
No, bro. It was good. It was fine.
You need a nap? Do we call you about a
Yeah,
time?
It is about nap
you called
time.
me. It's my nap time. I'm usually napping on Thursdays about right here.
Okay.
No, I liked it because it gave me something to do on my days off. That was good. Got to make some good. I like friend phone
Random friendly phone calls.
That was, a
Yeah.
fan favorite for sure.
It's almost like
It
you're
was fun.
the random friendly phone call person right now.
Right now, this is not random. I'm part of the thing,
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
and nothing about this is friendly. Oh my gosh,
What? Just because we won't get you Firehouse subs?
no. Or
Okay.
Boston Market.
Well,
No, he wants mac and cheese from Boston.
Chandler, what was the other thing you?
There was one specific
Hated.
Firehouse
thing that,
subs.
No, there was one specific
Come
thing about
on,
last
tell
season that you
tell
really-
the people.
tell
Be
the people,
honest.
It's okay.
Be honest.
I hated promotional advertising.
The promo
He hated
videos.
the videos.
I don't know if you guys could tell.
Kind of hurt my feelings.
Chandler's enthusiasm in some of those videos was.
What's really great about the promo videos is that if they did not experience his lack of enthusiasm, they're about to. Because we got a blooper coming to our social media. That's why it's important to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and things like that. Because we've got a blooper promotion video coming where you get to see all the times that Chandler was like, "No, I don't want to do that."
AKA
Oh,
gag reel.
really?
Yeah, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
You should have thought about that there, buddy.
What if somebody said gag reel and it was just a real video
Of people gagging.
of people just gagging?
Well, that's why they call it that, because it's like people gagging on their lines, like
It's like they're
in the
throwing
movies.
up.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I think that's why they call it a gag reel,
Yeah.
because they're like,
Yeah.
That's basically the whole. What you're saying is season 1.5 is a whole gag reel. Every
The
episode.
entire season.
So messed up, dude. Okay, Connor, what do you thinking?
right,
What do you think of last season 1.5? Or just kind of this better than
Yeah.
before? It's important for you to look back and see what you learned and how you're growing and where we're going, you know?
Yeah. So my thing, I feel what I liked about it is that I think we got on a better schedule.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause
Yeah, sure.
we're all here and we were stuck together, you know,
Yep.
but we were able to just kind of get on a good little flow there, you know, and I think that helped us learn a lot about how we really want to take this and how we're just working better with each other, and we're still working on that. Mm-hmm. We still will.
Yeah, we will.
Also, it was a huge bonus having Chandler. Finally having the holy trinity of the Milk Boys, all of us together.
That's so sweet.
I think it was an extra plus. And I would also agree with Chandler. Random friendly phone calls was a lot of fun too.
That's true. Yeah, that was a fan favorite. A lot of listeners enjoyed that, especially the ones that got to be on the episodes.
Yeah.
So if you're one of those that you want to be on, you just don't be afraid to ask.
DM us your number, maybe.
Is
I
that
don't
weird?
know.
I don't know.
Because
And
then
we'll
we'll randomly call you.
Yeah, you might be one of the ones we call in this season's episode of the Random Friendly Phone Calls. That is going to be
It's coming back?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to be a season staple there, buddy.
Love
All
it.
right, so one of my things that I am so glad that we're going to better than before in the last season is our equipment. All right, so we've bought new mics. We've got a new mixer. That's how we're able to kind of implement some of these new sounds and different things involved in the podcast. I can hear myself better. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited that we've got this new setup, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And hopefully you'll get to enjoy it. Once Chandler's not on Bluetooth from his room, kind of quarantining but not quarantining. Getting over a little stomach bug. Once he's past that, you'll get to hear the full effect and different things of us getting to really step up our game. Before we go any further into this new season, we want to make sure that we remind people why we do what we do. We've got a jam-packed season. Not only do we have a jam-packed episode, we still got 3 people we're going to call and talk to and introduce you to that really made this thing jump off to the next level. But we've got a full season of interviews with people that are changing. I mean, their communities. They're changing their communities, which in turn are impacting the world. And so we're excited to share their stories with you, learn more about them, because some of these people are like, they're friends and they're people we know. But then some of them are just sort of acquaintances that we've seen chase their dreams. So the Milkman Made Me podcast hopes to deliver a fresh glass of perspective on the world around us. We want to bring joy, honesty, hence the intro, okay, and encourage others to chase their dreams. The title of our podcast refers to our father, the Milkman, and often we talk about the values he taught us and how those shaped us into who we are today. Through this creative outlet, we hope to form relationships, grow as human beings, and have fun, all while we learn what shapes the culture around us all. And so we just want to make sure that stays at the core and focus through all the craziness that we do, the fun things that we say, that at the end of the day, that's our main focus and why we do what we do, why we show up. And so I just want to lay it down there. That's what we're doing.
Cool. That was good.
Appreciate it. Before we go any further and talk to some of those that helped us create this whole new Milkman look and sound, we want to go to a fun little commercial break as we introduce you to some of our friends. Here we go. We'll be right back after this.
Do you like coffee? Do you like supporting small local business? Well, say hello to our friends at Moravian Coffee. Me and the bros here at the Milkman Made Me podcast have had the pleasure to enjoy some of the most fantastic flavors that they provide, such as Single Origins Guatemala and my personal favorite, Brazil. It's a medium roast. It's right there in the middle. It's not too light, not too dark. It's perfect for me. And also special blends, Legacy and Two Tigers.
That's right, folks. Two Tigers, one of my all-time favorite. For you coffee drinkers who need that little extra something in the middle of the afternoon, Two Tigers is where it's at. Now, how do you get this coffee in your body? You go to MoravianCoffee.com/shop and enter the promo code MILK for 10% off your order today. That's right. Get it delivered right to your door by going to MoravianCoffee.com/shop and enter the promo code MILK to save 10% on your order today. Boom.
Ooh. What was that?
That was a professional commercial right there. That's what that was.
Wow.
Stepping
Oh
up our
my
game.
gosh.
Did you like that, Chandler?
Chan, how'd you like that?
Did the company that Geico hires to do advertisement make that ad?
No, that was us. We're so good. Anyway,
Hey.
we're okay.
We could always get better.
Hey, like I said, we've got some great people that we want to introduce you to. The first one we're going to call here, his name is Andrew.
Right.
I'm going to let his pronounce his last name. Chandler, did you say something?
Guys, should still be here.
Do you want to stay or do you want to go?
I don't know. I kind of want to go. I'm hungry.
You need a nap too. You're
okay,
yawning.
yeah, you're yawning. You're tired.
Sleepy boy.
Well, buddy, we know you haven't felt well, and so I hope you feel better soon. And thank you.
No,
for
I feel like if I leave, you're gonna talk crap about me. So
No, man, I'm serious. Feel better
I'll
soon.
stay.
Oh, you're gonna stay?
No, okay, stay. No,
Should I
okay,
stay?
we don't want
It's
you
up
to
to you,
go.
man.
Stay.
should I stay or should I go now?
Well, now it's getting annoying. It
No,
was cute.
stay out. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here.
You're gonna miss your 2 minutes to talk.
You can't just call me back for that? Do I have to
No,
stay?
I'm not gonna call you back for that. No.
Okay, then I'll just stay because I
All
might
Yeah,
have to
just
ask.
stay.
Here we go. I'm going to call Andrew right now.
All right, call him.
I am. We're going to have to get his levels right real quick. Man, I just texted him too. Oh man,
Spencer.
there
Hello.
he is. It's Andrew here on
Hiya.
the Milkman Made Me podcast. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing?
Man, we're doing good.
Great.
We got Spencer here, and then Connor,
Hey, Andrew, what's up, man?
What's up, Connor?
and then I don't know. Can you hear Chandler?
Hey, Andrew.
Did you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on
Good.
Bluetooth. He's not with us. He's at his room. He's kind of under the weather, so we got to be safe. And anyway,
Oh yeah. I hope he starts feeling better.
yeah. See,
Thanks,
that's
man.
why we
Look
like
at this
you.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a nice guy.
Anyway, but Andrew, we wanted to take a few minutes to introduce the people to you, and they've already gotten to hear some of your music in the intro. And actually, we said we wanted to make sure we played that for you, so because you haven't heard it yet. You heard the music, but you haven't heard like what we did with it lyrically, or kind of have an idea,
No.
but nothing like final.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard the final project yet.
Okay, so before we get to that, see, I'm gonna kind of like say you got to share a little something to get a little something.
Yeah.
Build
it up.
Before we get to that though, we get your reaction on what you think about that. Andrew, tell us a little bit about your. We've got about 5 minutes here. About your history leading to music and like kind of what got you into doing into music. And for those that don't know, I actually met Andrew through 24 Hour Fitness, my previous employer, and got to meet him, but then quickly learned that he wasn't just a front desk employee at 24. He had, which a lot of people that work the front desk at 24, that's not
It's like a transformer. More than meets the
they're
eye.
actually, there's absolutely more than meets the eye. And so,
Absolutely.
but yeah, just share with the people a little bit how you got into this and why it is you do what you do when it comes to music.
So basically, I've always been around music since I was like little. My grandfather played the saxophone. He was really good. Like some of his music has even been in movies like what's the Green Book and all that, the one that won the Oscar. So he's like super musical. Yeah. So just growing up with that, and then my uncle tried to like kind of start up a record company. So I was around that young, and just hearing him make music. So I remember one day I was telling him like, I think I can do that. So he got me like this little like keyboard, and then that's when I picked up the piano. Middle school, I started playing the saxophone so I can be like my grandpa. Kept with it in high school, and then my senior year in high school, it was the first time I heard Danny Elfman's Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. Yeah,
Yes.
and I just fell in love with like film composing. So I went down the rabbit hole of like film composing, and then I heard Hans Zimmer's Dark Knight soundtrack.
Oh boy.
Man.
Oh my goodness!
That's a good
And I
one.
just fell in love, and I was like, I want to do that because I was already kind of like making like hip hop popish beats for like my friends because I couldn't rap or sing, but I still wanted to like hang out and be in the mix.
Right.
So I just started like making beats for them. But when I heard Hans Zimmer's Dark Knight, I was like, I want to do that. So I graduated from high school, and all like with all the graduation money, I got myself like a laptop and like some gear so I can start scoring films. And then I went into school for biology because that's what I thought I wanted to do, like be a cardiologist. But my second semester freshman year, one of my friends from UT sent me a short film because he needed music, and I scored it, and I fell deeply in love with it. And then from there, I was kind of like, that's what I want to do. So since then, I've just kind of tried to pursue it as as hard as much as I could.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, that's awesome. It sounds like you've probably been interviewed a few times already over your career because you've really gotten that nailed down exactly how you need to kind of break it down and say where you got where you are. And no, that's not, and that's kind of a joke, but not really. Like you actually have been like on the cover of some magazines already and some independent film situations where your music's already getting out there and, doing big things. What's the YouTube? You've got a film that has 1 million+ views or something, a short film. Is something crazy like that where it's got your music on it, It was a superhero. Who you know what I'm talking about? You know?
Oh yeah, you're talking about. Okay, so so Static Shock. Shout out to David Kirkman. Static Shock. He did a Static Shock fan film, and that got like 1 million views. And then I went on to score his second film that was kind of like because he's kind of building like a DC universe with the characters in DC that really don't get much love from like the big screen.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job.
Sick.
And he reached out to me for Icon, and then I scored Icon. And I think he's doing. He's about to release this film called Static Shock 2: Casualties of War.
Ooh,
And I know I love that name, but yeah, he's doing big things. Yeah, so that was
awesome.
super. That was a super fun project to work on.
I'm getting a phone call, and everyone can hear the beep.
Uh-oh.
I'm definitely not going to answer those. I don't know how to...
Four-way them in. Just four-way them in.
Well, we're not doing that. We're not... no, we're going to keep talking to you. Anyway, that's weird, because it's in the middle of the afternoon. I never get phone calls. But regardless, man, I'm so... excited for you to get to hear this intro. We'll wait for this person to stop calling, but yeah, I'm excited for you to hear this intro because just talking to you and then listening to your stuff. What was really cool is that what I really like about you, Andrew, that you're a humble dude, willing to learn and listen, even from people such as myself, where you heard that I had sort of a music background, not something near as in depth as you did. But you took the opportunity to say, hey, Spencer, can you listen to this? Give me some critiques. And so I really admired that a lot. As you chase your dreams, as we talk about a lot here, it's important that we stay humble and that we continue to reach out to people. And so I really appreciated that about you. And so that's what sort of led me to like, okay, we got to utilize this guy somehow in the podcast, just because you're just too good. And so we're actually going to end up utilizing a lot of different music with you, not just the intro. We've got 5 different segments that we're going to introduce to people that you created music for. So we're not going to get on that in episode 1, but throughout the season, we're going to introduce the people to that. And so, tell me real quick, what was your experience like? I mean, you can be honest if you say I hated working with these guys, but I just want to hear your experience in creating some of these, as we gave you content and said this is what we want. What was there anything specific that got you excited? Like, man, I can't wait to hear how they use this, or was there anything? Was there a favorite that you have that you've created so far that we can kind of note that and remember that when we come back to that, or anything like that? I want to hear that, and then of course we'll play the intro for you.
Okay. I think from the beginning, I kind of knew it was going to kind of push me in a way, because there were some things that y'all wanted that were kind of beat just because, podcasts, you have a nice, cool, rhythm and beat. And, I usually don't create beats. Most of my things are more orchestral, it's big cinematic things. And I even tell my mom, if you give me something if I need to score a scene, a 3-minute scene, I can do that in a day, if I really needed to. But to make a beat, sometimes it takes me a long time, maybe 2 weeks, just because I don't know, it's so simple, but it has to still tell a story.
Right.
But because even when I told my mom I was gonna make some kind of instrumental beats for y'all, she was like, "What? Oh my gosh, I thought you said you don't make beats," and then she kind of tried to mock me. But I really liked it because it got me out of my comfort zone. I really don't think that it was. I really digged it because I really do like growing. And as far as when you said, you said, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I drew blank. Like you said, working with y'all,
working with us.
Yeah, no, I digged it. I mean, there were some things that I had to redo, but that just comes with part of the game,
Yeah,
I try to get things as perfect as I can, give people what they want. And as far as my favorite track, okay, so I don't want to spoil it. Can I say what the title, what it's for?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why it's titled that way. So yeah.
Okay, so Coffee Shop Talk will probably be my favorite track that I sent y'all on, and is my favorite track that I because even I think a few days ago I went back and just listened to it. I was like, I kind of really like this, a lot.
I like it.
Yeah, so
that's a good one.
We just got them all loaded up into the Rodecaster Pro that we're using this season, and kind of step up our sound game. And so we just loaded them all up and listened to them. And yeah, that's one of my favorite as well. It's one of those just nice, chill, like easy to listen to. It's going to be perfect for like kind of just sitting there in the background as people talk. Yeah. And so, yeah, dude, I'm excited to share all these things. All right, man, before we go, before we let you go, obviously want to get your live reaction to the intro. We're going to play that for you now. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you? I don't know.
All right. I'm excited.
All right, man, here it goes. Here's the intro playing for Andrew for the first time. We're going to get his live reaction.
Who made you? What made me? Mix it all together, we get society. The milkman made me. Fresh perspective, chasing our dreams. Whole lot of joy and honesty. The milkman made me. The milkman made me.
Yo. I dig it heavily. Oh, man. I definitely, who'd you get to sing that part? Because I remember the nice lady, the lady who she did a nice job. I like that. I dig that.
Yeah, man. We're actually going to call her here in a few minutes. Her name's Emily, and she's an old friend, family friend, and she rocks. And so we're excited to be able to introduce people to her and tell her story a little bit. But yeah, she's a superstar when it comes to singing, and
she's the first person that came to my mind.
Yeah, when we thought we need this vibe, we need this certain vibe, we need a girl. Sing. We're like, we tried to do it. Yeah, it didn't work.
We can't do that.
It didn't work. So, but nah, man, we appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. We appreciate all the hard work that you put into this, to this music, and we're excited to share it, continue to share it with the world. And, absolutely, man, later on, down the road, we're going to I look forward to continue to work with you. You push us, we push you, as we continue to grow as, men, in this world around us. And so I'm excited to watch you. Where can people follow you and keep up with you as you grow in your career?
Plug yourself, man.
Plug yourself.
Twitter, Instagram, Andrew Asemokai. Everything is just going to be my name, AndrewAsemokai. And then that's where you can just pull me up and find me.
Perfect. Awesome, man. We appreciate you so much. Any last little shout outs you want to give to maybe someone that you're going to say, hey, you need to go listen to this podcast because I give you a little shout out? Anybody you want to shout out?
Always got to shout out my mom, shout out my uncle, shout out Jasmine, and shout out to everybody else who helps push me to be a greater musician.
There you go.
That's
awesome.
Good.
Ooh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out Corby Westside, because this is the first time I've ever been able to shout out anybody. This is pretty cool. I like this. I dig this. Shout out Corbin. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, man. We appreciate you so much. And obviously, when this episode drops, we're going to make sure we tag you and look forward to getting to share more of this with people. Man, we'll talk to you later.
Take it easy, man.
Have a great day.
Peace.
See ya.
Man, it's so hard to stay under 5 minutes.
Yeah. How long did that go?
That was like 10 minutes. Chandler, are you still there?
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, bro.
He's on the phone.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard to stay under 10 minutes. Okay.
I know I should have hung up.
Yeah, you should have just hung up and like come back. All right, the next person we're going to call is Bobby. We've got to stay under 5 minutes. Yeah. We've got to stay under the time. We're going to call Bobby and talk to him about some of the graphics he did. So we're running late on the time we said we call him.
It was good, though, man.
It was really good. So let's see if we can actually get Bobby to pick up now.
I ain't answering.
You called me 30 minutes late? Are you serious?
Please answer, Bobby.
I know.
Please, Bobby.
Jeez. When I told him, when I said we were going to call him, he's like, oh, that's perfect. That's when I'm leaving the school. So he's probably like on to the next thing now.
Your call has been forwarded.
No.
System
all right, so this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to call him back. Let's go ahead and call Emily. Emily's the voice on the intro. We're going to talk to her a little bit. Let's see if we're also calling her late, and so let's see if she'll pick up. I hope she does.
Emily, a.k.a. Gremlin. That's her rapper name, street name.
Does she know that? I think we talked about
I think
this.
so.
I don't know if she knows.
We'll
that.
talk about it.
She
We'll
said
make
she was
it
having a
official.
friend over. Man, this is the worst. I feel so bad because we're like late calling them from when we said we would. But if they don't answer, we're gonna come back.
Hey, it's M. If you love me,
Oh,
you
yeah.
We've already heard her voicemail before.
This is a great voicemail.
Anyway,
Gotta respect
I want to
that
make
voicemail
sure
game.
that we tell you about.
I want to talk for my 2 minutes about keeping a schedule.
Okay, well, we're not to your 2 minutes to talk yet, there, buddy.
Well,
But we're not to your 2 minutes there yet, there, buddy. But I want to make sure, while we wait to see if they can call us back. I just sent them a text. I want to just tell you a little bit about Bobby King. I've been friends with Bobby for a few years now. Connor, you've known him for a little bit.
We're friends.
Yeah, you're cool with Bobby, whatever, you know. He's a photographer, a creative. I mean, really, not just a photographer. You've got to encompass he's a creative. I mean, he does graphic design. He does
Helps people open businesses
man,
too.
he helps people open businesses.
How many businesses does he have?
Man, he has like 40.
No way.
No, he doesn't have 40. Here's Bobby right here.
Bobby!
So let's pick it up. Okay. Hey, Bobby, what's going on? We're just giving you an intro.
Sweet.
We're like, I'm so sorry we're calling you like 30 minutes later than we were supposed to, but we got caught. It's so hard to stay under 5 minutes when you're talking about passion and like what you're excited about. So
Yeah, I was just putting some plywood in my brother-in-law's truck. So
there you go. That sounds amazing. What's that for?
I'm building a custom closet for me and Bex.
Of course you are. And Bex is your, for the listeners, Bex is your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all just moved into a new house. How long ago?
Oh gosh, end of May. End of May. So we bought a house in the middle of, a lovely pandemic.
Yeah, you did.
Oh boy.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it was a little crazy, but a lot of things. It was actually nice for a while because I wasn't having to work at the school, and then I could just work on the house.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying to all of our listeners, I was saying, I said, well, I said photographer first, but then I had to come back and be like, really, you're not just a photographer, you're a creative.
Entrepreneur.
You're a little bit of everything. I mean, then you get on, you say, well, I'm picking up some plywood to build a thing, and I'm like, well, there you go. So you're a little bit of everything, and Connor and me had a bet over under how many businesses that you own yourself. I said 40. He said, that's a little much. But no, you've got a couple of your own businesses. You've got your business.
Yep.
But what's really awesome about you, Bobby, and what we have really gotten to experience the last few years that I've known you is your willingness to help people launch their business and launch their dreams via graphic design, logos, for us, creating a whole new look for our podcast that really fit kind of which we have not revealed yet, to the public quite yet. In some kind
Don't worry, public. It's pretty trash. Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh, no way, man. It's pretty amazing. We're excited to share
Next level.
And it's going to be all over. I mean, hats, buttons, stickers. I mean, all the merch you can think of.
There you go.
All the social media, and we're going to get this photo shoot scheduled one of these days as well, and get us dressed up like Milkman. But anyway, man, it's so simple. When I think about, I need something done creatively, graphic design, photography, something like that your name comes to the top of my mind every single time, almost to the point of like I almost feel bad calling you every single time because
never feel bad about giving me money.
right, bringing you business. And what's really cool is we've been able to plug you, and recently got to see somebody because we've plugged you through the Halftime Crew. You're hopefully getting, I don't know if he ever actually followed up with you, but hopefully getting more business from. That's how this works. That's how this works at the end of the day. And so, how did you get into? I really quick want to kind of hear how you got into photography, how you got into graphic design, how you got into all this, and how you got into all that first, and then we'll kind of move on.
Yeah. So for me, I I felt called to ministry when I was like 16. And so through that, I just tried to find my way into ministry any way I could. And, you know, a lot of people and young people in ministry, the first step is like youth pastor, and then you go up and you become a discipleship pastor and associate pastor, stuff like that.
Right.
Well, I found a niche going to a church, and I started doing their social media. And I was fiddle farting at college and not doing my college work, but I was teaching myself graphic design every night, staying up till like 2, 3 in the morning instead of doing my homework. And so I failed out of that college. But because of it, I was able to launch, you know, businesses, all that fun stuff. But yeah, so I started doing social for a church. And then from there, I was like, man, this would be better if I was just taking these photos myself instead of using somebody else's or stock photos. And then from there, I was using my photos, my, you know, changing graphic design skill that I was still teaching myself. And yeah, to the point of where I became a creative arts pastor at a church, did that for about 2 years, and then launched my first business, which was helping small businesses, nonprofits, and churches with their media. And so that company is called Montgomery, which is probably changing names soon, just because it was easy for me to do Montgomery because it's my middle name. Mm-hmm. But essentially, I wanted to more wrap around my other company's feels and kind of tie everything in. And so this is getting first announced here, but I'm probably getting the name Shift 3. And so on a computer, when you hit Shift 3, that's a hashtag.
Oh.
And so, which feeds into my second business, which is more direction for churches, which is called #church. And so just trying to
That's awesome.
make all that stuff blend in a little bit more, make it a little more cohesive. And kind of as I've upgraded as a business owner and things like that, like just doing it as my name, like even though I got a dope middle name, it's
fancy.
You know, it's kind of that time of like, let's make it more official, make it more look like it's more than just me. Because I, you know, have the amazing privilege of having tons of other people, you know, being able to be contacts for me, that, you know, freelance for me, stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's really just self-taught, started in college. Then when I got a job in ministry, that's when it really just exploded, when I saw how much the church and business could really like need help with media stuff. And so every time there's been a change or a pivot, COVID, like pivoted real quick to learning how to be a live stream like expert and things like that. You know, just every once in a while got to change with the game. Today I had a conversation about a payment processor for churches and possibly doing that with hashtag. And so, you know, you never know. You just got to be open-handed with all of it. But yeah, just self-taught through fiddle farting around, YouTube University. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't actually realize that it wasn't your like focus or major in school. I thought
no. My major was intercultural studies with an emphasis in oh my gosh, what was it? Biblical. It was intercultural studies with an emphasis in biblical studies.
Oh, all right, there you go.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
it was a headache.
Man, I didn't even know that was like just something that you've taught yourself over time, but it totally makes sense because you've got that drive that you just push yourself, you know, beyond what most people would say they have the energy for. I remember us doing like some personality tests, and the guy leading the whole thing was kind of like, yeah, that's unbelievable that you're just like, you're laying your head down at night, still headed in the sky, because you're always thinking at 100 miles an hour, 110 miles an hour about how not only your business, which is phenomenal how you've been able to grow that and continue to be creative. And we're so excited that, thank you for sharing first. You know, Shift 3, that new business title coming and everything that's going to be coming with that. But the fact that you take the time to like pour into other businesses is huge. For me, personally, I want to say thank you for the time that you've taken, not just for the podcast, but me asking about cameras, and as I've kind of like relearned and re-fell in love with being creative, it's just been cool to like have someone like you to lean on. So is that just always been naturally a part of your personality, as to be somebody that wants to reach out to those and that don't know and help? Or is that kind of been something that you've learned over time? You say, man, there's a void here. Is it a mix of your personality and business opportunity all in one, meeting each other?
Yeah, and really, it's not, at least up to this point, it's never really been in focus with like, oh, I'm doing this for a business connect, for a network opportunity. Like, I don't really super care about that, because like God's provided for me and Bex when I was doing this stuff just full time. But then even like, you know, up till last week when I lost, you know, my biggest contract or whatever, like those different times and things, that doesn't matter. God's got us. And so I've never really worried about that on a connect level. But what I do care about, and like have always, I feel, kind of been about, is I like emotionally have deep care and deep relationships with people. And because of that, I want people to win when I'm winning. I want people to win without me. Like, I want to see Christians, non-Christians, humans be able to go after their dreams and achieve it, because I'm in that process and growth and trying to do that as well. And so if there's any way that I can help somebody achieve that, I know the feeling of things just clicking and make sense and working, and man, I'm getting to do what God's called me to do. That feeling is like unmatched in this world. So if I can help somebody have that feeling, of course, I'm going to jump on that all day long.
That's really good. That's really good, man. That's really good. I think that's so important. I mean, that's all it boils down to. I mean, I even think about this podcast, and at the end of the day, is if it's an opportunity for us to kind of focus and point what the Lord's doing somewhere else in the community, not just like in our lives, because, you know, our lives are, you know, they're important for sure, but you know, if we can focus the attention on something the Lord's doing somewhere else in the community, and we can help kind of bolster and boost, you know, something else, then that's what we're here for.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
Exactly.
That's what it is. And so, man, we appreciate you so much taking the time. Again, sorry we were running late today getting to you, but I appreciate you taking the time. Again, we can't stay under 5 minutes. I mean, we're already, we're double that time, but when we get talking about passion and chasing our dreams, I mean, that's what it gets into, and that's what it takes. And so, you know, obviously we're learning as we're continuing to go on this podcast, but we're excited to be able to share with the public the new look for the podcast. And Bobby, you had a ton to do. I mean, you had all to do with that. You kind of took some little ideas that we had, you know, some color schemes that we wanted and stuff like that. I remember when I first reached out to you, I said, hey, can you help us out with this? And you were like, sure. And I said, yeah, I really like the font though. And you said, oh, well, that was actually the first thing I was going to change. And then I didn't hear from you. And you were like, I think I offended him, and I didn't respond. No. And so I was
not at all.
But I was just like, man, you do what you do. And I think at this point, that's been my most common, like, if we look at the most things I've ever replied to you, is do what you think's best. Because I think we find the people in our lives that are good at something, and you trust them. And Bobby, you are good at being creative, creating a brand, and graphic design, photography, all those sorts of things. And so people, if you are interested, you need help kind of launching your business, your brand, please reach out to Bobby King. Bobby, where can people find you on social media? How they keep up with you and hit you up?
Yeah, so quick, my generic stuff is normally ITS, like it's BOBS, Bob's King. And so it's Bob's King on IG. I have an It's Bob's King YouTube channel, which
Okay.
I'll probably be launching stuff there, hopefully this year. It's Bob's King on Facebook. Also, like if you're wanting to do more things for like print, which is my newest business, that's Last Call Print. You can even Google that and we'll pull up if you type it in Fort Worth. But yeah, media, graphics, website. If it's your computer screen won't turn on, call me. I'll probably be able to help you out.
There you go.
Yeah, it's Bob's King pretty much everywhere.
That's awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Bobby, for joining us.
Thank you.
Maybe one of these
fellas.
days. Maybe one of these days we'll say, "Hey, for joining us, you get a blah blah blah," but not today. Sorry.
Okay, well, it's fine.
Next time, we'll keep it in mind.
Cool.
All right,
Awesome,
man.
guys. Thank
Peace.
All right,
you.
man.
I'll talk to you later.
later.
Bye.
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 Wow,
What a guy.
dude, he is phenomenal.
What a king.
Okay. Well, Emily hadn't responded to the text. I had a very limited time. She's hanging out with a friend. I feel so bad that we didn't get to her today, but maybe next time. Before we kind of close out this episode, we do want to hit you with another little commercial break, and we'll be back with 2 minutes to talk, our thank yous, and our outro right after this.
Me, Moravian coffee. Hey.
Did you want me to sing that?
Well, we're working on it, but
Okay.
that's not what's important. It's just a fun little jingle we came up
you're right.
with, and it's not official or anything.
Cool.
That's not what's important. What is important is that Moravian's Coffee's goal is to connect the world through specialty coffee.
And what's also really important for you to know is that they give 10% of their proceeds to missionaries, shelters, and organizations helping kids in low-income areas throughout the DFW Metroplex.
Man, that is awesome. So if you guys want to be a part of that and taste this delicious coffee, just go to moraviancoffee.com/shop and enter the promo code MILK when you check out. That's moraviancoffee.com/shop and enter the promo code MILK today. Here we going to sing it? Here we go.
Moravian Coffee.
Yeah, we got to work on that. So as much as we got to work on that little singing part, we also got to work on these commercials in general, because we mentioned it in the first commercial,
You forgot it.
but I forgot in the second one because it was a one take.
It's okay.
Because you wanted to record it on the thing.
You're right.
Instead of doing it later.
Okay.
But also, we don't even know if that is that final. Is that going to be in the final one?
Yeah, it's done.
So you're not going to edit this at all?
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, okay.
Chandler, are you still
10%
there?
off, guys. 10% off. Chan?
I've been here the whole 47 minutes.
No,
no,
you've been on the phone for 40. Yeah,
Well,
say
Chandler,
47?
speaking of minutes, guess what? It is that time of the podcast where you get 2 minutes to talk. How this works is you're going to hear some music come in. Okay, I'm going to
Oh, wait, so I actually get 20 minutes?
2 minutes.
Two.
Okay, wow,
Oh.
Chandler. See how we screw up the time or whatever. No, you're getting 2 minutes. You're going to get the music. Okay, I'm going to hand it off to you, and then the music's going to fade out. When the music comes back in, that's the end of your 2 minutes, and then you're going to pass it to Connor, and then Connor will pass it to me, and then that's how we're going to do this. 2 minutes to talk. And you get to talk about anything. You don't have to talk about the new graphics, the old episodes, any of that. You talk about whatever Chandler Gunnels wants to talk about for 2 minutes. Got it?
Okay. And then you guys will bring me Firehouse?
Chandler, welcome to 2 Minutes to Talk. Yes, we're using some music that may be used for something else, but Chandler, you got your 2 minutes. Go ahead. Buddy, you got it now.
I have 2 minutes to talk about whatever I want. And quite frankly, I'm going to talk about the way that... Hold on. What, Jason? Sorry, my roommate's pointing something out to me. Fantastic. We have darkened our living room so movies can be viewed better. He's talking to me with his butt now, like for Mason Ventura. I like tacos. Tacos are pretty good. They gotta have meat, maybe some lime, some cilantro. taquerias are better than Taco Bell. We all know that. I'm doing my laundry right now, washing my towels, my bedding. You know, feel fresh and feel clean. Geez, 2 minutes is really long when you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Medium salsa over mild salsa every day. Wearing face masks is important. Really important. What? Yeah. And then I like Adidas. I like Adidas all day. Adidas over Nike. Because that's the real news we got to talk about. And that's not a political statement. That's just a statement about the goodness of that brand versus the other brand. So that's how it works. All right.
Wow.
All right, Chandler.
Hey,
thank
Connor,
you so much.
you get 2 minutes.
Thank you, Chandler. That was great.
This sounds like that NMM song.
It kind of low-key a little does. I like it. All right, so here we go. 2 minutes. Man, I got a lot on my mind. What day is it? Thursday. Dang, dude. Okay, let's talk about 2 minutes. I'll use 1 minute for one thing and the other minute for another thing. 1 minute. Let's talk about how I've been wanting to watch some Ghibli movies or Ghibli, however you prefer to pronounce it. Some of those Japanese anime movies with Spencer for a long time now. And, I'm trying to keep cool about it, and because, I think he really should try to expand his mind and, open his worldview of movies and animations and stuff. And, I think he really he needs to watch it. And so if you guys who are listening can send him DMs and peer pressure him to finally watch it with me, I'd appreciate that. I think that's probably my 2 minutes, but I just think it's very important because we talk about movies so much. How much more time I got? 30 seconds. We'll never know. We'll just do it. We're doing it live. But I'm a big anime fan. Anybody out there who's also anime fans, shoot me your favorites. Been getting into some different ones. We have a guest also coming in. So we're going to go and answer the door. And Spencer, here's your 2 minutes to talk.
Man, I appreciate it so much, Chandler. Or Connor, sorry. Oh my gosh, Chandler. Yeah, we got 2 minutes to talk here. I'm going to keep the music on just a little bit because I have no clue who's coming in, what they're here to do. But I've got 2 minutes to talk. In my 2 minutes, I'm going to talk about something very near and dear to my heart, the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones recently said, these are very sensitive times right now. He says, I have nothing to prove as far as where I'm standing with the flag and where the Cowboys stand. I have nothing to prove regarding my players and my support of our players. And he goes on to say, we are going to have grace when we sit here and how we're going to handle it, Jones said. I haven't met with the detail and depth with our players that I want to, but I've talked to very engaged people. I've had inputs from ex-presidents, and I've had inputs from presidents. I've had input from cross-section of players, former players, and I'll continue to have input. We've asked for the platform. We have the platform, and I'm going to show grace, and I'd like to show the kind of grace on such sensitive matter that comes up. Everybody is genuine here, and I'm giving everyone the benefit of the doubt relative to any decision that I make. That to me sounds very different than the Jerry Jones from last year that says if any one of my Dallas Cowboy players kneels, they will be fired, they'll be cut, they'll be fined. But Jerry Jones comes out after not speaking for 100 plus days on this topic, as many owners of the NFL did not, and he says, I will show grace. What that means and what that will look like remains to be seen. But hopefully we'll know shortly what Jerry Jones' type of grace is. That's the big part of what I wanted to talk about. And besides that, I'm excited for Dallas Cowboy football. I'm excited for NFL. It's unfortunate that we've seen over the last couple of months so many sports and different things not be able to take off, but it's been good to have basketball. It's been good to have baseball back. And I'm excited to see what the NFL does and how it takes off. And the Cowboys have a really cool opportunity to see a new coach after 10 years, Mike McCarthy, take it off and see something different and new and fresh. And so can't wait to see what Jerry Jones' grace is. And that's my 2 minutes to talk. That's 2 minutes to talk, everyone. That's a fun segment that we hope to bring to you. Maybe not every episode, but as we go and as we do different things, we're going to make sure that that's a little bit a part of what we do. And so everybody's back off of mute. 2 minutes to talk, everybody gets put on mute, just so you'll know. So
yeah,
you
that
can't
makes
respond,
sense.
you can't say anything, you can't interrupt their 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And so that's what.
Sure, just let it run.
Yeah, if Chandler was saying anything, I don't know.
Hey, yo, turn up the beat a little.
No.
The way that I am.
Okay, I don't know what he's
sit
talking
back.
about.
Oh, he likes that song. Yeah, he said it kind of sounds like what's it called?
It sounds like The Way I Am by Eminem.
Well, I thought you were gonna play it the whole time.
No, I went ahead and took it out. We'll decide. We'll
try it different next time.
We'll do it different ways. But guys, we've had a lot of fun on this episode. I mean, I have. Have you, Connor?
Yeah, it was a good one.
Chandler, what about you?
It was good first.
Did I enjoy the episode?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine.
But you know how we do
He's
it.
been here.
You know, a
He
lot
was
of
here.
things have changed, and a lot of things are going to kind of continue to evolve over the next couple episodes in the season 2. But one thing that will never change is before we leave, we want to make sure that we take the time to thank all our sponsors.
Thank you.
For all the support.
Thank you.
In all the ways.
Thank
and
you.
in all the things. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And to our friends and family, this is your fault because you encouraged us to chase our dreams.
Hey, let me tell you something, people. Yo, get up close so you can hear me. Hey, don't do that again. Just don't. Okay, just don't. Until tomorrow.
The Milkman made me. The Milkman made me. The Milkman made me.
Wow.
Was that a new outro?
That was a new outro.
Oh, boy.
It was a lot of fun.
Delicious.
I don't know
Chandler?
about you.
What'd you think of that?
What?
What we really need to ask ourselves
I thought it was cool.
was what we think about this track right here.
Now, this one.
Man, this is the way to end an episode.
This is like how I get the vibes of the old man sitting at the big chair next to the fireplace.
Yeah.
With the pipe.
Yeah.
And he's just...
I like it.
Maybe reading a book.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
We asked Andrew to create a fade out track for the end.
Yes.
And make sure he includes saxophone because the Milkman himself, if you remember, played saxophone.
Yes, he was a sax man.
And as we learned today, Andrew
played.
He still plays. Andrew's grandpa played saxophone.
Yeah.
So it's near and dear to
all of our hearts.
Andrew's heart as well.
That's beautiful, man.
So his was it his uncle who had music in Green Book?
No, his grandpa.
His grandfather.
His grandpa had music in Green Book. Dang,
Yeah.
that's what.
Yep, he had music in Green Book. This is a perfect time to do kind of the recap of the whole episode. I guess that's what this time is for.
I guess.
Anyway, it's a good time to just kind of relax.
Think, we already said I think
Take a
this
deep
episode
breath.
was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really great idea too because, especially in these times, there's been a lot of stressful things. And nothing is sweeter and more relaxing than a good old saxophone.
That's right.
So
we're gonna let you.
I don't know if we'll do this every episode, but I'm just gonna say, take a deep breath, let it out,
Chandler, are you breathing?
Chandler, are you alive? You breathing there?
Chandler, are you breathing?
Chandler?
Can you take a deep breath first?
Chandler?
He's literally holding his breath. Well, hey, y'all, it was a lot of fun. And
Chandler just
ready for
texted
y'all.
me. Chandler just texted me, said, are y'all going to bring me food? He group text. Are y'all going to bring me food? Chandler,
Jeez.
this is not the time. Chandler,
No,
this
it
is
was.
the time.
This
Chandler,
is the time.
I'm sorry. I got a little excited. Chandler, this is the time to take a deep breath and just relax. Because, everything's going to be all right.